All right, you guys, so when I say the word recession to you, tell me what is the very first words or the very first thoughts that come into your mind when you hear that word recession. So go ahead, head down to the comment section below and let me know right when I told you the word recession, what were the very first thoughts and like feelings that came into your mind. Drop those comments down in the comment section below because I'd really like to get your guys's, basically your overall feedback on what is your immediate like trigger reaction when you hear the word recession. So go ahead, drop those comments down in the comment section below. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this video. All right, you guys, so we got to answer the question, what is a recession? Like what even qualifies for, realizing whether or not we're in a recession or not. So, you are into a recession or a recession is currently happened when the economic market has at least 2 consecutive quarters of declining or negative economic growth. So you got back-to-back quarters of declining or negative economic growth. By definition, you are entering a recession. And at the time of making this video, we have just entered into a recession. All right, you guys, so what I've noticed when it comes to, the topic of recessions is that typically the narrative that people speak on recessions, or what you typically hear when someone's talking about a recession, the area or the perspective that they tend to focus on is that of financial hardship, financial loss, financial struggle, the sufferings that come along with the recession, unemployment, lower wages, and overall like the difficulties of maybe trying to advance in your career or overall just job loss in general, right? So basically what I'm getting at here when I say those things is that they tend to focus on the negative outcomes of a recession. Now, I'm not saying a recession is a good thing or that I want a recession to happen, but what I typically notice is that usually when you watch like videos here on YouTube, it basically sounds like all doom and gloom when people talk about recessions. It's like the stock market's headed down, the real estate market's headed down, everyone's assets are, just going down in value, people's 401ks are like plummeting, they can't retire, all these different kind of things. And basically like the narrative overall and the vibe when people address the subject of a recession is it's just all negative, right? So that's what I want to touch on in this video. And in this next clip right here, I'm going to go a little deeper about a different perspective that I think people should take when they're looking at recessions. All right, so before I go ahead and say this next part in the video, I do want to put everything I'm about to say into context, because in no way am I trying to imply with what I'm about to say that by, in any case, am I like, exempt to a recession, or that I can't suffer the same losses that others will suffer within a recession, because I work a regular job just like everyone else who's watching these videos, or anyone else within this world that is not just like super wealthy and doesn't have to work. Like, I'm not a millionaire, I'm working on it, I'm not there yet, but the truth is like I am just as replaceable or expendable as the next person, so I'm not trying to put myself above anybody else or talk down to anybody, but I'm just trying to give or paint a different perspective than just like the traditional narrative that I see people when they're talking about like recessions, the direction that they tend to go and their perspective, because I just overall tend to be more of like an optimistic person, but I'm also not like tone deaf or like, I'm not just going to be like completely ignorant to the fact that I know that yes, people will suffer greatly, like in a recession in all kinds of different ways. Typically it's going to be financial, and that also affects all kinds of other areas of their life. But so in this next clip, with that being said, I basically want to address the fact that, like I said, most people talk about, recessions from a negative point, and they drill those points home, like endlessly. But I'm not trying to, like push those points. What I want to do is I want to get you to think differently. Now, what I notice is like typically in a recession, you're going to see falling stock prices, falling real estate prices. Businesses are like typically suffering like in their sales because there's like slower economic growth, right? So because companies and businesses are like, their sales are slowing down, they typically offer like either incentives or discounts on their businesses or their services. And I understand not everybody's going to be able to capitalize on these, situations, but for the people who are not necessarily like in a financial struggle or are going to basically be able to ride out a recession and can even, like there's an opportunity for, not everybody, but there's an opportunity for those who are already in a strong financial position, and you feel like, okay, I could go ahead and like capitalize on these situations. I mean, like I just said, you're going to have stock prices, typically, maybe not every single stock, but you're going to have select, stocks that are going to go down in value significantly. And that means there's an opportunity there for you to purchase those, that asset class, those stocks at a significantly cheaper price than you would otherwise had just paid without being in a recession. And then like another example would be like real estate. Maybe you have like a significant pullback in real estate. That could be 10, 20%. And sure, it's not like this massive discount, but it's like, all right, well, the fact that you could buy that same piece of real estate 10 to 20% cheaper than you just would have paid, prior to going into that recession, because the recession basically created you the investment opportunity or allowed you to get a discount on that investment opportunity, right? And like I said, the same is true when it comes to like, businesses offering discounts or incentives for you to buy their product or their service. And all of these things are made possible because the financial strain that the recession has caused on basically the everyday person and even these businesses and corporations. So like as these prices in the businesses and the businesses products or services or the asset classes, as they become compressed and come down in value, for the right person who's in the right financial situation, who's like, all right, I'm not like worried that I'm going to make it through this recession, like I'm going to be fine. And not only that, but on top of that, I have some money that I could actually like deploy into like the stock market or into the real estate market or into just buying these products or services that are like at a discount. It's a like tremendous opportunity for them to like capitalize on the market in general, because the recession has like presented this opportunity and they're able to pick up stocks, they're able to pick up real estate, or maybe it's not both, but one asset class or another. Like it doesn't matter, but the point is like you don't need everything to be offered to you at a discount. You just need some opportunities for you to grow your wealth. And that's ultimately what I'm just trying to get across here, is that recessions are not all doom and gloom. Yes, the reality is like some people are going to suffer like that, that happens every day, recession or not. But what I'm trying to like drive home, and the point I want to get across in this video, is that when recessions happen, or when you hear the word recession, I don't only want you guys to come away from that thinking just pure negative thoughts and things like that. Like when I hear when I think about a recession, yes, I do realize, like I said, there's going to be financial hardship and loss that's associated with it. But I also know on the other side of that means, because people are going through like financial hardship and loss, it creates opportunities for someone else who's in a stronger financial position or situation to then, capitalize on the things that are like going on in the market. When there's a real estate property and it goes down in value, you can now buy that real estate for a cheaper price. Or like I said, those businesses, when their sales go down and their stock price comes down, you're able to now buy that stock. So ultimately what I want to just get across in this video is there's opportunities to build and grow your net worth and your wealth during a time like a recession. So hey, if you guys would like to start investing, I'm going to put a link to the investing platform M1 Finance. It's a stock market investing platform. I'm going to put a link to that investing platform M1 Finance in the pinned comment of the video. I'm going to put that as the link for you guys to click on that link, sign up with M1 Finance. It's a really great stock market investing platform for you guys to go ahead and get started with investing. So go ahead, head down to the comment section below, click that link, so then that way you guys can sign up with M1 Finance and start investing today so you can build your net worth. Now, if you guys have made it to this point in this video and you would like to watch another video, click this video here for me, and I will catch you guys in that next video.